Ooh, we're at Snug Harbor. Snug Harbor is a delightful little resort getaway, but I remember it as a really sort of rundown fisherman's port. It has undergone some major changes over the years. I'm gonna point out a couple of my favorite things that have since gone the way of days gone by.
The good old days.
Back in the good old days when things weren't quite so luxurious. This life jacket shed used to be a tiny video game arcade, and when our family used to go take the boat out, I would get to stop and put a couple of quarters in to play that game. I don't remember the name of it, but it's where you ride an ostrich with a jousting. Oh, joust maybe. Is it joust? And the ostrich eggs would drop and you would collect things, jumping up layers. Now it's life jackets.
I can take this down. I got a, what did I get? Dirty chai.
Oh yeah, you're
Coffee.
so filthy.
I'm a filthy chai coffee drinker.
I'm innocent in strawberry Italian cream soda.
He's like strawberry shortcake.
Mm-hmm.
My, you're looking swell.
Mm.
It's a cute little face and a strawberry smell.
Snug Harbor Resort is a tiny harbor that I remember as a child being rickety wooden docks that felt like they might just come apart at a moment's notice and float out into the ocean. And on this particular spot, what used to be a fish cleaning table where fishermen would come in with their day's catch and toss fish guts out into the water, and dozens of seagulls would be flying around trying to grab a bite to eat. Now, it's just gleaming white boats everywhere you look.
We're on the boat, we're ready to go. I'm Bobby Ryan.
I'm Tyler Ryan. We are,
What are we?
complicated.
We're complicated.
Humans, complicated relationship, complicated life, but we're heading out on the boat. We're gonna go eat some oysters. We're gonna go see if we can see a whale.
A mythical whale.
There are whales here, and we've already showed you a little bit around Snug Harbor, so let's push off. What do they say when they push off a boat? Land ahoy, matey!
No, I think that's when you're coming into land, isn't it?
Yeah,
So we're leaving it.
we're saying
Goodbye, ahoy, matey.
sea ahoy, matey!
No land, ahoy. And I sound Italian.
Oh, okay. Wow, here we go.
It's like he said, it's complicated.
Even though I've grown up on boats, I'm not usually the one to be in charge of driving it. So we're in for a nautical adventure. It's the middle of July and crab season has just opened here in Washington State. We're about to come across dozens and dozens of just sport fishermen crab buoys out here. Bobby and I were fortunate enough that Dad has already shared part of a crab with us last night. The commercial crab fishermen are out. I mean, they have hundreds, thousands of pots out right now. The sport fishermen are crabbing. Everybody's winning except for the crabs. One of the things that San Juan Island is very well known for is whale watching. There are orca whales that live in these waters.
Apparently.
Bobby, go ahead. Take it away.
Well, I've been coming up here for 17 years and have yet to see a whale. Supposedly they're here. Supposedly people see them. Tyler did point out a small little blip way in the distance many years ago that apparently was a whale. So they're a myth, basically, is what I'm saying. I saw they had whale watching tours and cracked up laughing. It seems like it would be better to just have like fairy watching tours or something, because you probably have a better chance seeing those.
Like fairy winged creatures?
Yeah.
Winged mythical creatures?
Yeah.
But whales aren't mythical.
They are here.
Okay, well, I'm zooming out, so hold on to your panties. We're gonna go see if there's any whales out this way.
Woo! It's so fun going fast in a speedboat.
So lots of people come to the island just to see the orca whales, also known as killer whales. There are two sort of groups of whales that come. There are the resident whales that live in the Salish Seas basically all year round. And then there are the itinerant orca whales that come from far south. They go to warm waters and then come up north. The resident orca whales eat salmon. And that's been a problem in the last years because the salmon runs have been diminishing, and so they haven't had as much to eat. The itinerant whales eat bigger guys, like seals even. Thus giving them their name killer whales. Actually, I don't know if that's why they're named killer whales, but they kill stuff. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about.
And then there's the third type of whale, which is the mythical whale, which is all of the whales. And they swim in these waters not at all, and you can see them by not seeing them whatsoever, and they're beautiful. Oh my God, they're so beautiful. They're like invisible. So it's pretty amazing that something so big and majestic can be invisible. And yeah, I love sitting out here and waiting and hopefully to see nothing. It's very relaxing. Gosh, I'm finally seeing one after all these years. Oh, that's a cargo ship. Are they here yet? Forget it.
Well, we may not be seeing any whales, but...
Really? Wait, what?
Another myth is Bobby actually putting on sunscreen. I'm gonna try to bust this myth today. I'll say, did you put on sunscreen? Oh yeah, I will later. Just remind me to do it later. I don't know. 4 hours later, we'll have been out on the water, and this is what will happen. Tyler, why didn't you just make me put on the sunscreen? I am so burnt right now. I don't know, you need to talk me into doing it. You know that I don't want to, and you should just talk me into doing it.
He is not lying. I'm putting it on. Sheesh. Look, it's going on. Myth broken. Let's break a second myth. Oh my God, there's a wing floating by. It's swimming by right now. Okay, believe it or not, there were no mythical whales or other supposed whales that came by. So we, oh, were you gonna say
Yeah,
something?
we just have to insert whale image here
Ah.
so that you can actually see what it looks
Oh
like.
yeah, look at this whale. Oh my God.
Wow,
This is so
did you see
beautiful.
it? Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
Okay, now I feel satisfied, and we can head over to Wescott Bay, or is that
Wescott
where
Bay.
we are?
No,
Where
we're
are
in
we?
Open Bay right now.
Open Bay.
Okay,
Okay.
pedal to the metal. To get to Wescott Bay Shellfish Company from Snug Harbor, you take a right, and then you take another right, and then you're there. Or you can drive by car, also accessible by car. We're nearing Wescott Bay Shellfish Company inside of Wescott Bay. They offer free mooring if you're gonna come and have a bite to eat, have an oyster. So we're gonna cruise on over and tie up to their docks. So Eric is the owner of, one of the owners of Wescott Bay Shellfish Company, and he's about to show us how they're harvesting the oysters right now.
Hey, nice. So we're just sorting oysters for harvest. So this is we size them. We put them either as barbecue, larger half shell or small half shell. We take the dead ones out, and this is what goes up in the tank. So we do it every day.
The oyster beds are right next to us here. And oysters actually take a really long time to grow. They start out in these bags that are on the beach here. And they grow in the bags for about a year. And then after a year old, they get transferred to hanging bags in the water. And then they spend another year to year and a half in those bags before they're harvested. So we're in Wescott Bay, and it's a pretty shallow bay, and that actually is beneficial to shellfish because it flushes the water out regularly with the tides. So you're not getting stagnant water. Each time the tide goes in and goes out, it's flushing this whole bay, bringing in lots of clean water for the oysters to live off of. Okay, I'm so excited to go try them.
If you want to add some drama to your movie, you could walk up there without a mask and one of our wives will really
Howdy.
How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. You guys have reservations with us?
No, is that like a big?
Yes.
Yeah.
It
boy.
is. Is it just the two of you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've just been seated in these lovely Adirondack chairs at the water's edge. Didn't make a reservation. I didn't even think about making reservations. This is new as of this year, but luckily she was able to give us a couple of seats, and honestly, they're perfect. We probably would have chosen these seats anyway.
And she gave us permission to take our masks off in this area, and if they need us to put them back on, then they'll let us know. Okay, water? Would you like some water? We've just ordered our food. It feels like we ordered tons of stuff. I'm not sure if we did because most of it's just an oyster, so it's not very big. I have mixed feelings about oysters, so I'm a little... What am I a little? I don't know, it just freaks me out, really. And we ordered a delicious salad also and some steamed oysters in a homemade broth. Clams. What are we eating? Oh, have I been saying oysters the whole time?
Yeah, you're right.
Wait, what are we eating? What's the difference between an oyster and a clam?
Well, we're about to show you.
Oh, okay.
I just learned something new about Bobby, that he doesn't actually immediately know the difference between a clam and an oyster. Let's just take a quick peek. Clam is rounded, shelled. This is, I believe, a manila clam. Clams get really big, but in general, the ones that we eat are quite small. Clams live in the mud of saltwater beaches. Oysters, as we just saw, have these ruggedy, raggedy edges. They're larger than clams in general. So, larger, raggedy, grow in the water. Oysters, clams, smaller, grow in the mud.
This is the high beach suite. You're gonna hold the edges with the towel, just because you don't want to cut yourself on the shell. Your shucking knife goes in 45 degrees into the hinge, the little pointy part. And see if I can get leverage on this fancy crate. There we go. So you're in, then after that, you have to lift the shell, the top shell. So I kind of go in with like a rocking motion. Okay. And then go around to the other side. And on the right side of this oyster, there is a muscle attaching the top shell to the oyster. So you're gonna kind of scrape that away. Voila. And then the last step, just kind of scrape along the edges again to release that muscle. Scoop some Minionette on there and there you go.
Thank you.
Well, enjoy. Good luck.
Excellent tutorial.
Yes.
Have fun.
Thank you. I'm just gonna get this over with now because I can't think about this too much. But I'm gonna get this Minionette, is that what she called it?
Mm-hmm.
Do I chew it?
You can, yeah.
Oh, that wasn't so bad. Well, it's just, it wasn't rubbery at all. It just kind of, I can't describe it any more than that. It'll be too intense, but there we go. And that Minionette's great because it's tangy. It's not very salty. The crab, what am I eating?
Okay, I'm gonna try and shuck my own oyster now. Already forgotten. Okay, I'm gonna put the...
I think you have to put it on a firm...
Oh, yeah. Oh. Okay. Go around the side here. Okay. Honestly, I feel a little bit sad right now. I never intentionally kill anything. It's sad for me to eat any kind of meat, whether it's raw or cooked. Thank you, oyster. Bittersweet. Help. The thing about small oysters is that they're very delicate, and that oyster was incredibly delicate. Just could bite right through it. It wasn't fishy, just a little salty, and then the Minionette with the tangy and the blueberries and the onion in it. It was incredible. This is the type of oyster that you want to eat if you're afraid of eating oysters.
Their homemade broth is really good. This is a clam, right? Mm-hmm. And they're cooked, boiled, steamed. It's very glamorous watching someone eat one of these. Mmm. Okay, we ordered something called chubbies, and that is the bigger clam oyster, and they are grilled, and there's 3 different flavors. There's one that's herb, lemon, and garlic, one that's chipotle and bourbon, one that's lime, cilantro, sriracha. And I think I have the one that is chipotle bourbon. So I've never had a cooked clam oyster. I don't know if I'm just supposed to eat the whole thing. Tyler, do you think? I mean, it's huge. It's a big chubby. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Wow, that's really good. Fresh green salad with feta and walnuts and cranberries and apple pieces. This is alive also. I'm eating this and it's alive. Good dressing. This I can put down easy.
Lime, cilantro, sriracha. Oh my god, that is incredible. Their flavors are incredible. I think Wescott Bay could turn non-shellfish eaters into shellfish aficionados. Oh man. Yum, yum, yum. That's different from yum, yum, yum. I said yum, yum, yum. Just want to be clear about that. We are clean platers for some oyster skeptics like us. We have totally turned to the other side. This was a delicious meal in every bite. And what a treat to be literally steps away from where these oysters were grown and harvested. It couldn't be any closer. And our salad was from just down the road. Clams were dug up from the beach right in front of us. Oysters were grown just directly in the water. It's like beach to table dining. The water temperature around San Juan Island is generally a balmy 53 degrees. Not particularly inviting, but inside Wescott Bay it is currently 63 degrees, so you know what that means.
Okay, that's really cold. How do we get back in the boat? There's no... Oh boy. I'll see about this. Is it glaringly white? No. White buns. White oysters. Oh
Hot.
my god,
Hot.
it's so
Oh my
cold!
Gosh, I can't believe how hot it is. Wow. Wow, that's hot. Here we go.
I don't know that I'm doing this.
Wow. Here we go.
You're going.
Here we go. Ah! 1, 2, 3, here we go.
At the same time?
Well, I don't know.
How do I get out? It's 61.
You're not even in the camera.
Well, it's 61.6 degrees.
Yeah, that's hot.
It's freezing.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Ah!
It's so hot! Oh my god, it's so hot! It's so hot.
I think that's all I can do.
That's hot.
My foot's in it.
That's something.
Out.
Coming out.
How do you get out? How did you get out?
Crawled up the back.
Are you freezing?
Uh-uh.
Ooh, that hurts my foot.
I'm not.
I'm a wimp.
Well, folks, sometimes you jump in the water, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you watch the video to the end, sometimes you don't. If you stuck around to the end, thank you. Wow.
I'm ashamed of myself.
No.
It's so sad.
No, don't be. It's totally okay. And it dropped 3 degrees. So,
If it was 64, I was going in.
yeah, he would have totally gone in at 64 degrees. He's still thinking about it. Weirdest way of jumping in I've ever seen.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Oh my land!
Oh my land! Oh my land! Oh my land! Okay, put down the camera and help me out. Wow! Woo! I'm alive! Woo!